But wait, there's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer.
What is going on, Entertainment? So time coming to y'all with another Hollywood Hot Topics where we talk about the most salacious news in Hollywood. Okay, first I wanted to get into, you guys, is Blueface and Chrisean. I know. All right. So Chrisean, you guys, is facing a little bit of hot water. It didn't pick up a lot in the bigger blog sphere, but there are some people talking about it a little bit online, so I wanted to get my thoughts on it. Basically, Chrisean went live and had this to say.
So that feminine shit ain't finna slide because he's not gonna be around his dad or any nigga. So I have to like, everybody be like, why you dressing like that? Get cute. I'm gonna get cute, but I'm gonna be cute like this. You feel me? Because I gotta play both roles, my nigga. And I don't want to alter anything on my son because I'm being a good mother. Like, you know. Like, say if, like, I feel like certain moms get in the way of being too much of a good mom that their sons start developing hand movements and stuff. So, I, like, okay, he's too young to learn what my nails is doing, but when he get, like, one, I'm going to bet the short, I'm going to bet the stud. I swear to God. I got to be the poppy and the mommy. So, and I'm raising a boy. So that feminine shit ain't finna slide because I show messages, bro. This nigga saying, nah, I don't got nothing to do with that kid. You don't want to change your name. You took me out of the process of being there for the birth. Fuck you and him, dad. And I feel you. I'm like this. I feel you, bro. But who the fuck was you when I was pregnant? I think whatever you received.
Okay, and then Karlissa, you guys had this to say on Instagram. She said, sad because she didn't want me to have a relationship with my son. Now she can't get him to have a relationship with her son. Praying for the baby because all children should have a relationship with their parents. And she said, my heart hurts for you in the midst of my storm because I know exactly how you feel. Is the storm your Big Debbie cakes getting leaked? That's the storm. I tried to save you from this pain, but you wouldn't accept the truth. The world lied to you and used your life for entertainment and laughs. But stay strong and close to God because evil begets evil, and the only way to be free is God. Focus on your son because he will be blessed by many, by nations. But if he is not prepared and you teach him to hate because of your pain that you cause, he will destroy the blessings. I'm here whenever you need me because I know how it feels to be alone. Take your time with your needs because God made Black women to last. From the one who tried to save you. So the backlash that Chrisean got a little bit was because of her talking about trying not to raise like a feminine son. I'm more mad at Rock, you putting yourself in a position of being a single mother. Now that's where you end up when you were talking about the whole butching yourself up so that way your son doesn't gain feminine traits. That's not gonna help with nothing. If your son's gay, he's gonna be gay. I mean, no shade. I'm telling you, a lot of parents, this is where they like they falter. They think that like if you put a child in an environment with a whole lot of things that are the same, they're gonna just adapt to that. Not all the time that's the case. There are some occasions where that does happen, but sometimes that does not happen. Okay? So her saying that to me is just ignorant, and if she thinks that's just gonna work, she's gonna look like she's gonna feel like a bigger dummy than what she feels now, to be honest. And it really is doing her Chrisean Jr. a disservice because this man told you multiple times he did not want to be with you. He told you multiple times he did not want a child with you, and you went through with it and you had the child or whatever. And now, let's say Blueface, because I really think, in my opinion, I think Blueface is capping. I think he's doing all of this in the early years of Chrisean Jr.'s life to sort of scare Chrisean into tightening up as a mother, and will probably come around once the baby starts to grow up a little bit to recognize who a mommy and a daddy is, to be honest. Okay, so I think all that is pure cap. Blueface loves to play the tough guy to rock in the media, but then when the push gets to shoving, he turns into a whole softy crap. I'm just saying. So I don't think he's gonna spend the whole 18 years of that child's life not being in it. So I think he's really saying all of that to really scare her. I don't see that being true whatsoever. But that comment to me was stupid and ignorant. To think that you cutting your nails down is gonna not make him gain feminine traits. How does that make any sense? Although I get what she was trying to say, because she said she has to play mom and dad, it still's not gonna help anything at all. And why didn't you think of stuff like that before you had the baby? That's where Rock is stupid to me. You don't think. So this situation is being compared a lot to Jada and the son, Royal. Here's the thing. When it comes to Jada and Royal, it's not like Jada put herself in a situation to where it was a toxic environment. From what we know from the two of them, that relationship at that point in time when they had that child, it was a relationship where he was going to be in that child's life. This situation, I feel like, is completely different. Now, Royal, to me, you could tell he is a little bit more effeminate than other little boys, but the way the internet criticizes Jada to me is crazy because at the end of the day, little baby is extremely popular. He's extremely famous. And he's not going to be around all the time. Not because, in my opinion, I don't think it's because he wants to not be around all the time, like Blueface is doing right now. Because we're not going to act like Blueface is out here on worldwide tours performing, motherfucker. We're not going to do that. Okay. But little baby, he is performing all around the world. And, he's booked and busy. All right. So Jada, to me, didn't have a choice but to be a mother to the child 24/7. It's not like she can literally push the little boy to go on tour or to go on the road with little baby. So the way the internet goes at Jada, to me, they make it seem as if she's purposefully making him more feminine than other little boys, when it's like he's picking up those traits because he's around probably her family a lot, or probably around her a lot. So that's why he's picking up those traits. But a lot of people need to understand certain things like picking up traits. It's not all the time you can say that a child is picking up traits. Really, in my opinion, a lot of the times it's in them. Trust me when I tell you, I've seen it, I've experienced it, it's been me. Okay, you could be around the footballs of the little boys, the toughest of the dudes fighting, and it's still in you. That's not going to change anything. So that's what I think about Chrisean Rock comment. In my opinion, she's going to be really in for a shock of her lifetime. Okay. On some more stuff dealing with them. So she did drop like a diss track, like a diss verse with Maboo. Okay, Lil Maboo. And I like this song. I'm sorry. It sounded good. The way Blueface and Jaden have been going at her, it's only right that she claps back. Anybody who thinks otherwise, y'all not being fair, whether you like the girl or not. Okay, is this for this? Is this for this? That's how we do in the rap industry, right? So I think it's only right that she was able to say what she said in this verse. Now, Lil Maboo, you gotta, tread a little lightly because you're dealing with a crook here, okay? Before you end up with a boo-boo in your face or across your chest. So just be careful and, tread lightly and make sure that you probably talk to Mr. Blueface behind the scenes. So that way you could let him know that this is all just industry games. Because the last thing we need is this little white boy touch. Because Blueface, you're on parole. So I wouldn't suggest doing anything to harm this man, because you're going to end up behind the clinker. Okay? And that wouldn't be smart on your end, Mr. Blueface, right? Okay, him and her and Lil Mabu have had a friendship for a little bit now, and I think this is a good collab that they're doing together, and I feel like they should push more music out together, especially the fact that Blueface is pushing out Jaden and Alexis so much out in the media, making sure that Jaden and Alexis is the most successful person right now out of Jaden and Chrisean Rock. So I think this is good karma. And I think not only is good karma, it's smart karma too, because she's making sure she gets her lick back, but at least it's financially. It's not dumb. It's not, breaking into his house and taking his Jeep in the middle of the night. Okay. Now, Blueface wasn't too keen on this diss, but y'all gotta remember, Chrisean Rock did get dissed in Barbie. Okay. So she was on live with Lil Mabu and had this to say, you guys.
Nigga. I think it's in the car. For real shit. Man really was going at it because like this. He said, you gonna really let a white boy diss me? He ain't bought it. I said, bro, you really gonna let a bitch diss me? That's you wrote the diss. You could have at least let the bitch write. That's why I was like, my boo, write my shit, yo. Cause like, what the my boo? Are you in the lab?
That's what's wrong with the music industry as well. It's so much. Oh my god, nobody picks up a pen anymore. They pick up a phone and go to Instagram Live. Like it's never a pen, a paper, a pencil. Oh my god. The fact that you didn't write that simple verse, Chrisean, tells me a lot. And a lot of you guys were saying that you guys think that Blueface didn't write Barbie. That's lies. Okay, y'all keep letting Blueface fool. I'm telling you guys. Mind you, in the same video, she talks about how basically her and Blueface linked, and she left, I guess, some rings in his car because they got in an argument about the diss, right? Blueface is online making it seem like they don't link or any of that. Meanwhile, the other day she tweeted about how, he busted in her cooter and it was, smelling up there and those type things, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, y'all gotta stop letting these people fool and playing our faces. Okay. So I think she did write Barbie. As much as those lyrics are sassy and feminine, Lil Yachty writes sassy and feminine and act up with the City Girls. So what makes you guys think that Blueface can't do the same? As sassy as he is with his mouth, with his clapbacks. You don't think he could write Barbie? Hips, lips, motherfucker. Trust me, he wrote that. Okay? I'm just saying. So Wack 100 wasn't too keen on this diss, you guys. So he went and pulled up an old story. For y'all that don't know, okay, there was once upon a time a show called Blue Girls Club, okay? So Blue Girls Club, if you guys don't know, is basically Blueface's version of baddies. Before we had a Natalie Nunn, we had a baddie named Blueface Jonathan Porter, okay? So Mr. Porter decided to, get some baddies in a house and put them in a house, and they fought to be the best blue girl, okay? And to be the baddest blue girl. And he got this inspiration from having like a music video, and some of the video models started tussling in his house. So he got that inspiration off of that. So during that time frame, Blueface and Rock at one point, I guess, had some sort of disagreement or something. So Chrisean Rock decided to set up Blueface. Now, this was after Chrisean Rock's teeth was basically knocked out. Okay, so Chrisean Rock's teeth was knocked out by a ceramic horse. I know this sounds like a folk tale, but it's extremely true. I'm telling you. Okay, so what happened was Jaden and Alexis pulled up with Blueface's sister and all of her goons. Okay. So they pulled up on Chrisean Rock, and Chrisean Rock was in shock and was scared of getting jumped. So she ran to the nearest thing she could run to and hit a ceramic horse. Now, the Blue Girls Club mansion had a ceramic horse inside of it. Okay. So that's when she hit the ceramic horse, and then the tooth came loose. Okay. Jaden and Alexis went live after this happened and talked about the fight that she had with Chrisean Rock and how she ran into like the woods or whatever, because there was like a woods out there, and like damn near naked, because they pulled up on her with like no notice. Okay, little bit of the video so you guys get a frame of reference.
Touch nobody's nigga. If you had a production, you had a show, right? That's what you claim, little hoe. You don't touch nobody's nigga. You don't touch nobody's dude. You don't do none of that, right? Try to let everybody know I'm not the bitch. I'm gonna pull up, right? Y'all saw me on the live. You saw me. So what I do? Skirt, pull up, hop in there. Where she at? She's sitting on the couch being a bum, smoking weed that ain't hers, right? Sitting on a couch that ain't hers, right? All right. I pull up, like, you touching my nigga? You over here being a crybaby? Crybaby every day. Mind you, we all seen this shit, right? Crybaby every day. Because nobody like your ass. And one thing about me is I watch. Why nobody like you? Because you're weird. You're weird. Nobody like you. That's obvious, right? So what I do, pull up. I said, where's she at? You don't touch nobody's nigga. She got up like, I swear to God on everything I love, right? She said, I fuck with you. I fuck with you. I said, you bitch, you don't fuck with me. Don't touch my nigga, right? Start running back like a little linebacker built ass bitch like she is, right? Okay. So that's what I did. Sis run around, boop, boop, bop. She gets her skipping, hip hop skip, whatever, hopscotch.
Crip walk. Uh-huh.
I don't know. So that's what it is. Don't talk about my son, because now bitch is a problem. Now when I see you, again, problem. Bitch, don't play with me. All the other girls is cool. I don't got no problem with nobody but this crybaby ass bitch. That's it. That's the story. That's the story. And I wasn't gonna go on live and talk all that shit, but bitch, don't talk about my son. Point blank, period. That's why you ran like a little scary bitch. Talking about, I fuck with you. Put that on something. You didn't say that. Put that on something. You didn't say that. Exactly. Ask somebody. Scary bitch. Yeah, talk about something else. That's why hopscotching out the hops. Ask about it.
Okay, so the hopscotch she was talking was the hopscotch that caused Chrisean Rock to lose her teeth. So after this happened, Rock was feeling away. So I guess she wanted to set up Blueface. I don't know what for, to get robbed, potentially on the live. Who knows? Okay, so she allegedly DM'd someone to get a guy from Baltimore in 2020 to basically get Blueface set up in some way. Okay. So he said, the DM reads, his baby mom, the reason why my tooth gone for real. I ain't even tell you everything yet. Just wait, nigga, till I do, nigga. So then the nigga said, be more, you feel me? Let's do this. You be knowing where he at, nigga. Seen that drop in his crib. I need that, nigga. So she sends the addy. He said, nah, I be knowing heat too. So when I get sharp, I'ma send it sometimes. My sister said she'll call you and you don't be answering. Call me tomorrow. And the dude said, that's the bet. He said, I want them all done for, not Blueface, his sister, and his baby mom, on God. You can't let them get away with it, nigga. He said, I always got you on your sister's back. You know that. Make sure you do what I said and it's up, nigga. It's LA. That ain't back nothing. I'ma hit you soon, B.I. So then she said, 100. He said, where you at? Get that drop, nigga. He said, Danny, he gave me my phone in the crib, nigga. For real, that's his address. He got another crib too, Danny. So then the person, hey, he didn't, it's a bet. I hit you soon, nigga. So then Chrisean says, you can't let them get away with it, nigga. Okay, so that's just the repeat of it. And they say, that nigga's sweet. Okay, kids. Basically calling Blueface like a pancake and a fruit cake. So because her teeth getting knocked out, she basically wanted to set him up. Now, here's the thing. I don't think it was right to set him up because that's some real devious type stuff, especially with the state of y'all relationship or whatever y'all got going on right now. But you can't, like, not understand her feelings after getting her teeth knocked out Because at that time, if you guys remember, if a lot of you guys didn't watch Blue Girls Club, but when Chrisean was on Blue Girls Club, Blueface was on her body, like hard. She would flirt, don't get me wrong, back too, but you could tell he was on rock. He wanted him some rock. He wanted her a piece of that pebble. Okay. All the other girls, he may have got a little sucky from here and there. Got a little Big Debbie cakes thrown at him here and there, but you can tell he took a more liking of rock. And I think Jane Alexis took aware of that and saw how close they got. So that's when she decided to pull up. So she was kind of put into a situation that she didn't really know nothing about, that, they might, argue or whatever and get into it, but you still gonna be stuck in that situation, which Rock was, still to this day, y'all stuck in this trio, right? So that's why that whole situation happened. Mind you, this was exposed like years ago. I'm not justifying it. I'm just letting you know. Wack 100 is basically exposing old tea. But that's kind of a little bit as to why Blueface doesn't seem to trust Rock because of this whole setup situation. Even the sister got involved in some way either, as you can see her mentioned in this DM as well. Okay. All right. So just to give you guys some backstory on that. All right. Also, Jason Lee dropped a preview of the interview between Blueface and Jane Alexis. Now, in this interview, he says being gay is a choice. He ended up walking away, and Jason Lee asks Jane Alexis, why are you still with him? Why don't you just leave? She says, I love him. You can't make this up. I'm telling you. Apparently, you guys, as y'all saw in the video I played earlier, Chrisean is also visiting Mr. Jason Lee too, and she's doing her own interview with Jason Lee. So we should expect this as well. Jason Lee with Chrisean Rock, they're having their own interview, which I'm excited because finally she's getting her solo interview without Blueface being involved, because I want to see how she's going to answer certain questions without Blueface being there to sort of spin the narrative. Because I told you guys kind of how Blueface moves with his interviews. You ask him something and then he'll be like, yeah, so like let's say Jason Lee says, hey, why do you go back and forth between not wanting Blueface and being single? Blueface will interrupt her and be like, well, like, so like, Rock, like she got her own head. So like it spins back and forth like the beat, you feel me? So it's gonna always like be a vibe in her mind. So like she a rock star though. So like, yeah. And just not answer the question, but answer the question. Y'all get what I mean? So finally, okay. Also, you guys, I wanted to get into Blueface's mom. Blueface's mom, you guys, husband reacted to her Big Debbie cakes getting exposed the way that it was, and he wasn't too happy, y'all.
Man, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? What the fuck is wrong with you?
What are you talking about?
Huh? Talking about you send that shit to me. You send that shit to me. Motherfuckers calling me and shit. Oh, you send that shit to me. You send that shit to a million motherfuckers, man. Fuck out of here, man. That's cool.
I'm sorry, this story will forever be funny to me because Jane Alexis. Karlissa loves to wave her finger and judge. So I think it's hilarious that this happened because now you're on the shoes on the other foot and now you're getting exposed and now you're being judged. Doesn't it feel nice, does it? Motherfucker, doesn't it? It's the tongue sticking out for me. It's giving 2000s. It's real 2000s with it. And why are you giving your husband a picture with your Big Debbie cakes straight out the toilet? You could at least washed it. Damn. Anyways, the City Girls dropped the cover art for Raw. Real A whores, okay? I think this is their best cover art to date. The reason why I say this is because they both look vintage. They both look great. Okay? I think this is the best both of them has ever looked in a minute. I just don't like the title of the album. It's just like, I don't think it's fit for the era that they're in right now. Both of them are in committed relations. Well, JT is in a committed relationship and Carisha's with Diddy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you guys aren't real A-whores. Maybe Carisha a little bit. She's part-time. Maybe call it P.raw, part-time real A-whores, because it's part-time. Y'all not clocking in full-time. Y'all not working 40 hours. Carisha working 20. And JT working probably like 5. You get what I'm saying? So that's not full-time. I love the cover art. I'm excited to hear the new album. I will be dropping a recap on the whole album once it does drop, because they are from the city. Okay, it drops on the 20th, so in 4 days we're gonna hear this album and see what it's really giving. I really hope that they kind of go away from the whole Act Up sound, because a lot of their songs that they drop sound like Act Up. It sounds like a rendition and a mix of Act Up. Every recent song that they've dropped together. So I really hope that these tracks are hitting right. Mr. Yachty, I don't know if you got to hop back in the studio, write a couple things out for the girls, not for JT, but for Carisha or something. But we gonna need to come a little better here, okay? Speaking of music, Bow Wow made a tweet in regards to the music industry right now and his frustrations with the music industry, and I agree with it so much. He says, can we please bring back artist development at these labels? Do these labels even care about these new artists? Y'all be throwing them on platforms knowing they're not ready. A boxer is trained and taught before battle. We just keep throwing these subpar A artists out here with no proper teaching. It's too many real ones out here on the come up. Like Simba, Westside Boogie. I can name so many more. Lady London, Lola. Let me tell y'all something about Lady London. And I'll put this on my community page. And I'll put it on my style. Lady London, to me, had the best cypher rap this year, 2023 Hip Hop Awards. And that's on period. I don't care what anybody says. I do not care. She ate that rap so hard. She ate it for breakfast, lunch, dinner. Okay? The way that she flowed so easily on the beat needs to be studied. Do you hear me? I know she's rapped and did a cypher on a freestyle on the beat before, but she really did eat on the beat for me because it was so like calm. She wasn't fighting the beat. Do you hear me? It's like she played with the beat. She had fun with the beat. That's the type of artistry that I miss. Okay, so that's why I think she had the best cipher this season. So I agree with Lil Bow Wow when it comes to that. Okay, he said Lola, like new artists that got it, who deserve the push. But instead, man, I'm not even done speaking on it. Be getting me hot. Stop pushing that BS on us. The fans are waking up and hip hop is about to change for the better. Stay in the house if you playing and move over and let the real ones play. Okay. I feel bad for anybody that's pursuing music because I feel like nowadays, in order for you to get popping, you have to hit a trend. Your sound has to trend now. It has to be a TikTok worthy type of sound. If it's not TikTok worthy type of sound, you're not getting in the charts. You're not getting no industry exec to talk to you. And I just feel like the industry in general, mediocrity just gets rewarded. Like you could do the littlest thing that trends and that's a key, and then you become like that it girl. And it's really sad for people that's pursuing pursuing music seriously. Thank God I'm not, because baby, I would have been stressed. But for my entertainers that do, because a lot of my entertainers are talented. They sent me music before all of that. There's a couple of entertainers that I do talk to outside of YouTube that like their music is like top tier, okay? Like top tier. So I never want to deter you guys and make you guys feel down about all of this. So please, for my entertainers that's pursuing music, keep going because you'll never know what time when your time actually comes, okay? So keep going, okay? Speaking of somebody who's a little bit mediocre, Ice Spice. So she says she raps simple bars on purpose. She says, I want them to be digestible. Don't want them to fly over people's heads. And that's the problem with the music industry. The purpose of rap is to be so good lyrically that it flies over your head. Hence why Nicki is great. The fact that that came out of Ice Spice's mouth and you've worked with Nicki, Nicki Minaj should call you to her house. I would send a PJ, a limo. I would come have you over, sit you down, and slap you across your face. Because that's literally, you spit in Nicki's face by doing that and saying that, in my opinion. She really did. Okay, you hot, and you may as well just spit in Nicki's face in the Barbie video, because this is insulting. You know how many lines Nicki has rapped that's went over people's heads? They still haven't captured the metaphors. And you're gonna say that? Like, I'm sorry. That to me was crazy when I read that. I'm like, wow, that is literally the purpose of rap. You're supposed to blow people's minds. She says, I wouldn't consider myself a lyricist, she said. Obviously, lyrics go into music, and I do think about them, and I do be having bars in my music, but they're just super simple, she continued. I just want them to be digestible. Don't want them to fly over people's heads and they never catch it. I want people to hear it right away and be like, okay, that was cute. No, you're supposed to make some of it fly over their heads and later on have them think about it, be like, oh, that's what she meant. That's what she meant. That's what you're supposed to do. Like Nicki said at one point, she says, white girls tell me, hey, Nicki, your camp rules. Is that why you get more head than shampoos? Like, come on. For somebody who first hear that, you're not going to get it until later on in life. You're going to be like, oh, she talking about camp, meaning like campy, okay? Like theater camp, that type of camp. But somebody who's simple, they going to think, she talking about her team. You see what I'm saying? So Ice Spice kind of lost me saying that. I get what she's trying to get at, but it's like, you lose to me credibility as an artist when you're trying to play it so safe and you're trying to be so simple. Like, why even do it? Okay. Speaking of more mediocrity, now we have an Atlanta Ice Spice.
We catch you lacking and you out of luck. Get right to the point, hop in the backseat. Got this car jumping like a track beat. Landed in Atlanta, took a trip to Cali. Stay around the valley, going sent to Addy. What around town, you been having motion. Pockets full of blues, it look like the ocean.
Okay. Ice Spice been off for a couple of months and she has her own son. Isn't that something? That is crazy. I'm telling y'all, my entertainers pursuing music, keep your head in the game. You're going to get there one way or another. Okay. Also, you guys, Sexxy Red announced that she's pregnant. People think that she's trolling. Some people think, of course, it's 100% true. I think it's 100% true. We saw her again. Her Big W case was getting busted down. So, do I think it's too early in her career? No. I think Sexxy Red has made such an impact, even though this is one of the artists that I think Bow Wow was talking about that I think is very mediocre, but it is what it is. She makes music for just fun. I do think that her getting pregnant won't mess up her career because her impact to me is so great, and she has such a huge likability factor that I think the baby will just be something that's just going to be like another speed bump, and then she'll get right past it and keep going on and up and up and up and up, because it's all about the consistency for Sexy Red. And it's not like the type of performance style that she does, she's not jumping around everywhere. She's not doing backflips. She's not out here dancing, doing super hard choreography. So that baby will fit right into her niche. Just bopping around, standing around, rapping. Okay? The same music could still be done. If Chrisean Rock could go in her career and keep going and do baddies, Sexy Red will be A-okay. Now, the people saying that it's Drake, I don't believe it. I'm sorry, Bookie, but I just don't think Drake would have a baby with a Sexy Red. I'm not saying it because I think Sexy Red is ugly. I just think Drake is very shallow. And he's very like, I just don't think he would. I don't see him having a baby with a black woman. There, I said it. Damn it. I'm sorry. I don't see him having a baby with a black woman. I just don't. Like a full-on black woman. Like, no. I just don't see him doing it. Okay? Like, that's it. Sorry. All right? Speaking of pregnancy, you guys, Miss Halle Bailey popped out and was seen out with DDG. Now, this couple I'm here for. I know she gets a lot of flack for allegedly, being preggers, but I think DDG is going to be, I think, the best thing for her. Unpopular opinion, okay? I think DDG, besides the Ruby Rose thing, which now that I feel like I know more about Ruby Rose than I did in the past, because she's a clown in my opinion. Sorry, Ruby. Ruby back, especially you after appearing on Baddies and everything like that, trying to portray the hood girl aesthetic, but you all here running in the Baddies auditions, girl, she's a clown. So I think DDG is the best thing for her. I think DDG treats her right. Besides the Ruby Rose thing, we haven't seen him doing anything shady with no other girls. He hasn't been caught up in no internet scandals with other females or anything like that. I don't think this is going to hold her back in her career whatsoever, because I think with Hallie's team, she has, I think, such a good family and such a good support team that I think this baby will actually push her to even go harder in her career. So I'm actually super, super happy for her. And I just wish she'd just stop hiding it, because at this point, it's blatantly obvious. Like, girl, Pookie, bye. Like, hey, your belly is sticking, girl. Ooh, that baby gonna come out looking so cute. Okay. One last thing, you guys. Shannon Sharp recently went on TV, and they had a whole he had a whole new, what we gonna call her, she had a new makeup artist. And Shannon was serving, okay? Shannon fit his name. He became Shannon, okay? He had a black lip with bronzer. I feel like this could have been prevented. You don't look in the mirror before you go on TV. I'm sorry. I look in the mirror before I go on YouTube. So I know you can look in the mirror before you go on TV. That's why when I don't feel like I look my best, you don't see me on camera. Sorry, Buki. Like, I'm not gonna come on camera if I don't think I look the best that I could. Like, I'm just not gonna come on camera. Like, turn my camera off. So this, to me, you maybe were testing out the waters to see, how much could you put on? Because this is thick. This is Beyonce thick with a Q. Also, you guys, Funny Marco did an interview with G Herbo and also Southside, and it was uncomfortable. It was more uncomfortable than usual because both of them were kind of picking on him a lot more than other guests that he's had there did. My whole thing is watching the whole interview, because I watched the whole thing. I feel like G Herbo and Southside didn't do their research on his comedy type. So they think, in my opinion, they thought that he's a roaster, but he just makes awkward moments and he asks awkward questions. But they thought he just roasts people that come on the show. So when they started kind of roasting and picking at him, I think he was like 2 seconds from reacting, but he knew not to, because they probably both would have beat his ass. I'm sorry. And then 2, I think he didn't want to kind of ruin his podcast, because if he were to react, then other people and other celebrities will come on that show and try to embarrass him even more. So in my opinion, him putting out the statement, he should have never did that. He should have just acted as if it was another interview. Because he said, I understand a lot of y'all mad about the interview. I was upset. While it was a lot going on, I understand I got a job to do. And one thing about me, I respect people on my show. I don't want to match their energy. It's so many L's I took on my journey. I wish I could show I don't hide anything. So it feel right to only put the episode out myself and just learn from the episode and move on. Thank you who support me. It's a mindset thing. I wouldn't have just said nothing. I would have acted as if it was normal. Because now you're going to have other celebrities that's going to come on there and kind of do the same thing that they did. They done broke your watch. They took your hat off. They threw a cup at you. Like, damn. Now they're going to like really try to disrespect you, because now they're going to see how much it got to you. And they're going to try to go viral on you. Okay? Either he shouldn't have put the episode out at all, or he shouldn't have addressed it at all, and it wouldn't have became this whole internet fiasco. All right? Because Southside did react to it, and he wasn't too happy on what G Herbo had to say. Basically called him a bitch ass nigga.
Nobody that wasn't scared. Like, if you were scared, I can't help how your mama raised you. Like, what you like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I stay off, because no matter what it is, make me the bad guy on this mother. When it come to whatever, when it come to, you feel me? Like, whatever it come to, they make me the bad guy. Y'all stop being stop throwing rock behind y'all hands, bro. I didn't nobody that wasn't scared. Like, if you Like, you know, for real. Herb wasn't even doing nothing. Herb wasn't doing nothing to that man. Like, you know, like, it is what it is. That's how them folks play. Like, it's cool for it to get on there and say sleep all day and do what they do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or calling for an interview and you don't know what kind of day they're having come do an interview and you would say some whole wig off the. It's like, come on, bro, don't do that. Like, don't DM me. Grown men, don't DM me. Think it is? It's never that. You know what I'm saying? It's never, ever, 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 ever what y'all think it is. I swear to God. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ever, ever. And I Marco. Marco is Marco's still Marco just funny as shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think he was uncomfortable. I think bro was good. Like,
okay. Also, I wanted to say this. G Herbo he would give me follower vibes. Like, he wouldn't. I don't think he would have went in the way that he did or did certain things had Southside wasn't there. I'm just saying. That's something that I peeped. Okay, maybe I'm crazy. Let me know what you guys think down below about some of these topics, and we're out, babies.
Ain't no personal thing.